So Skyrim for the Nintendo Switch was announced yesterday, although we kind of got a reveal quite a while ago, but the proper full reveal for the Nintendo Switch and the presentation was yesterday, and we did get details on what Skyrim for the Nintendo Switch is going to look like. So while watching this video, I'm going to link everything I kind of use as a source in the description down below. So if you're curious about anything or want to question something I'm saying, again, click down below, I'll probably have a source for it. Regardless, what do we know about Skyrim for the Nintendo Switch thus far? Well, obviously we've seen a few videos of different people playing it, both in one of the previous trailers as well as yesterday. We did see Todd Howard come on screen and be like, oh yeah, we want to work with Nintendo for a long time, they're a great company. If you haven't really been following the Nintendo Switch at all, more or less what it is a console that has a few different stances. So you could put it in a docked mode, and then you could have it in kind of a handheld mode that's going to act like almost like an iPad, I guess, except, you know, a game console iPad, maybe a cross between an iPad and a Nintendo DS. So any game announced for the Nintendo Switch right now is going to have a portability factor. It's going to be a game you could take on the go with you, even though the battery life for that may be a little bit crappy. I'm sure you'll be able to, at the minimum, get a few hours. Then of course you do have some options for charging otherwise. Regardless, this will be the first time we have Skyrim on the go. I think there was actually a project where people kind of hacked it onto a phone in the past, but otherwise Skyrim has never been available on a portable device, whether it be a Nintendo DS, a PSP, a PS Vita, etc, etc. So that definitely sounds really exciting. I know a lot of people, me included, would probably enjoy playing Skyrim on a commute somewhere or just driving somewhere in general. I think that would be really cool, and honestly it's a very immersive and expansive game, so if you do have a regular commute, it's a great one to kind of delve into each and every day. Unfortunately, I think that's where the good news really stops for this kind of edition of Skyrim. If you're going to be playing it in its docked mode, it's just going to be like any other console, except one highlighting and kind of glimmering difference between Skyrim on Xbox One and on the Nintendo Switch is, well, it doesn't seem like we're going to be getting mods. Now, this isn't confirmed, this is really just speculation, but I think it is kind of confirmed at the same time. If you look at any of the kind of reveals for Skyrim, whether it be the initial trailer where they didn't necessarily say it, but they showed you playing it, or the proper Todd Howard reveal that we did get last night, or even the product page for Skyrim on Nintendo's website for the Nintendo Switch, nothing mentions mods in the slightest. It also doesn't mention Skyrim Special Edition, it only mentions Skyrim, like the old RIM base game that was available for Xbox 360. Obviously, that's not exactly awe-inspiring. Mods are a huge thing, and something you probably are going to want to advertise when trying to sell people on your console. Pre-orders for the Nintendo Switch are already out, and a lot of them are already sold out. I actually got one. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to keep my pre-order. I may end up canceling it, but I figured I may as well get one because if you remember with the Wii, it took like months and months to find one after it was released. Regardless, I imagine they would have mentioned mods if they were coming. I don't think Skyrim's going to be like a huge seller for the Nintendo Switch, maybe among our community, but among the Nintendo community as a whole, I don't think it's one of those games that they'll really prefer playing. I think it kind of had its spotlight right now, and now it's going to be kind of overlooked for other like Pokemon, Mario, Zelda games. So if they were going to make the announcement, their kind of 15 minutes of fame was yesterday, not today. And on top of that, I really don't think we're going to have great kind of specs for this thing. It's confirmed that in its kind of handheld or portable version, it is going to be only 720p, which isn't a huge deal. It is going to be a relatively small screen, so it's not going to be like glaringly obvious. The screen itself is actually only 6.2 inches, so for context, that's smaller than an iPad mini. An iPad mini is 7.9 inches. The real kicker, at least for me though, is going to be if it can maintain 60 FPS. Obviously, if this thing only could do 30 FPS on a game from 2011 at 720p, that's going to be a little bit disappointing. I know it's going to be a handheld system and all different things like that, but 60 FPS is a big deal to a lot of people. Maybe you don't personally find it to be a big deal, but it definitely makes a difference. So I mean, that's pretty much everything to know about the platform right now. If there are any more details are to come out, I definitely will update you guys, especially if mod support is one of them. I will be so happy if mod support is announced. I could forget about the 30 FPS thing or the 720p thing. So are you getting a Nintendo Switch? I don't actually know if I'm going to kind of continue with my pre-order of one. Again, I just want to reserve a slot more so than anything else. I don't know, it seems like a cool concept. I'd like to see some more games and kind of cool things like that. If they announce a new Pokemon game or a new Pokemon game is coming out soon, I will probably buy it for that. I love Pokemon. I don't have a DS. I used to have a DS, but Pokemon was like my go-to childhood game. I really played a lot of that. If you guys did watch to this point in the video, let me know by commenting Pokemon down below. Again, let me know in the comments. Are you going to get one of these things? Are you going to wait for a little while to see, you know, more games to be released, some of the games in action? I know the kind of press release or event yesterday wasn't really awe-inspiring for a lot of people. A lot of people left disappointed, but as always, thank you guys for watching. Again, I do hope you enjoyed. Hopefully you found this informative, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.